It's almost October, so I thought I would react to the Exorcist Believer trailers. Yes, trailers. I have a weird relationship with the original film. On one hand, it's a pretty good dramatization of what actually goes into a Catholic exorcism. On the other, it produced this and a bunch of other less than stellar exorcism movies. Let's get started on the trailer reaction. We open with Angela and Katherine. Naturally, being kids in an exorcism movie, they are either going to do something extremely stupid, or they're going to be the poor innocent victim of circumstance. Instead of playing with a Ouija board like in the original, they end up upping the ante by having them disappear into the woods, and clearly they're doing something troubling and unchildlike, or run into something troubling and unchildlike. For 3 whole days, they are missing. I'll give the child actors credit. They had the unnerving demon stare down. Since this universe works through a pseudo-Catholic framework, I believe this is either showing the girls are linked by the demon and can hear each other's thoughts, or it could be that the demon just simply heard Victor, the father's, prayers. In Catholic theology, a demon doesn't really know your thoughts, they just stalk you, know your patterns, and can read you like a book without needing access to your mind. It's possible Angela's father could have simply thought, "Thank God for my daughter's safe return," and Angela just overheard it because, well, demonic possession. Of course, there's the personality changes, medical changes. Clearly, the girls are possessed, and now comes the most hilarious scene in the trailer. When Katherine is walking up in this evangelical Episcopal Church of Presbyterianism and rants about the body and blood, my genuine reaction was to laugh at this bit. Katherine's actress is clearly trying to ham it up, and the vocal distortions are not helping. Frankly, I would have taken a page from Star Wars and just given her the vocal effects of Mother Talzin, and the tonality. Less is more. Subdued can be demonic as well. A nurse suggests an exorcism, and enter Chris MacNeil from the original film. Basically, this film will go off the rails from its Catholic framework, pseudo-Catholic framework, and go with a more universal one. Basically, let's use every culture's exorcism. To which I say, why would you do that? Cramming them all into one movie sounds like you won't do any of them justice. Then we are treated to the third act exorcism. I just hope they don't try to do the most over-the-top, nonsensical third-act exorcism to end all third-act exorcisms, because there comes a point where it just becomes a clown show. Okay, trailer number 2. Overall, this trailer is better than the first one, but it's still pretty unimpressive. Also, Reagan might be dead, but then again, demons aren't exactly known for telling the truth. Then there's this emphasis on the nurse, who I believe is important to the film in a way we don't know yet, that or she's just an advertised extra. Basically, this trailer retreads a lot of ground from the first one, but we do get a few more details I find interesting. This guy in the collar is probably a priest. I can't tell if it's a Roman collar based off the lighting. And given that you need valid holy orders to do exorcism, he's not wrong about people dying on both ends of possession. But I'm surprised we're not seeing a priest do the exorcism at all in this film. Although here's one thing that came to mind with this movie. Why aren't the parents ordering the demons to just simply leave their children? I know this movie works not in a 100% Catholic framework, but a lesser-known piece of Catholic trivia is that parents have the moral responsibility and authority over their children. This gives them the power to pretty much order demons to go back to hell when they are possessing their children. Granted, the demon will probably try to gaslight the parents into believing that they don't have this power, or that they fake being the child, but it's worth at least some trying. Also, the nurse, what the hell are you doing? This is a terrible idea. You know you are not permitted to do the major rite of exorcism. Yay, more third act over-the-top silliness that might come off as more hilarious than dramatic. I'm actually hoping they do kill one or both of the girls, just because that would be a departure from the original Exorcist. If I had one word for this, it would be generic. The cinematography isn't much to write home about, and you've seen this story a million times. The third act is probably going to be chalked up with over-the-top silliness and antics that will make it look hilarious and not dramatic. If you want to do an exorcism story, I say keep it simple. Have the devil come disguised as an angel of light. Have the devil come appearing as some normal kid to trick some other poor kid into forming a relationship with the devil. Have the demon give the demoniac kid character some kind of clairvoyance to do better at school. Give them popularity among their peers. but then have these gifts feed the arrogance of a demoniac. Even allow the kid character to have some kind of power to see the hidden sins of others, because of the demon, of course, which only increases emotional dependence on this false demon friend. So when the exorcism in the film inevitably fails, it's because the demoniac is unwilling to part with the demon who gave them so much in the first place. But those are my thoughts on the matter. Please consider liking, subscribing, tipping the channel on Ko-fi. This is Cyril signing off.